Hello, artist. Today we are going to explore the application called Do Ink so that we can create a rotoscope. First, we are going to find our app, which mine is in the bottom right. It's got a little octopus on it. We're going to go ahead and click that. Okay, that's going to bring you to your gallery, and we obviously want to start a new one, so we are going to use the plus mark in the top right. Okay, we're going to do a new drawing to start. All right, and after that, you need to import a video. So we use the three striped icon at the top in the middle. Click that. Then you're gonna go ahead and click the camera option right there on the left. You can go to all, and we are gonna choose a video of my hand. Keep it simple. I'm gonna choose that one in the middle. It kind of gives you a little preview. You can press the play button there. Make sure it's the one that you want. And then you can go back by pressing all, or you can choose it by pressing the button that says use at the top right. Okay, from there we are going to label our layers. This one we are going to call this the video. Okay, and the next one we are going to call the rotoscope, just to make sure that we know which one we're working on. And these are layers, so we want the rotoscope to be on the top. So we're going to use those three striped lines on the right, hold that, and then just toggle that up. Okay. And just like in Procreate, you can kind of pinch and make something bigger if you want to. If you want to reset it, at the top left, there's a little mountain icon and then the square with the corners in it. If you press the square with the corners in it, it will bring it back. So again, if you zoomed in, but you wanted to reset it and you push the square with the corners, just resets you. We are going to do our drawing using the paintbrush tool. Okay, that's at the bottom center here. That size is really big, so we're going to slide that down. I know that 6 is good for this one. Okay, and then if we want to change the color, because right now we've got hot pink, okay, we can move over here and maybe let's move into like a neon green or something. And then you can do your value, you can do your saturation, and opacity and that kind of stuff you can change too. But we'll stick with the solid neon green. And then let's say we didn't like those lines, we can use the eraser tool that's on the bottom right. Looks like this. There we go. We're gonna make that nice and big so we can get rid of those things. Okay, there we go, and that green dot. The other thing you can do is at the bottom left, you can use the undo button, and that would bring those things back, or the redo button, and still get rid of them. The other thing we want to do is use the icon on the top right. There's that gear icon for settings, and then next to it, there's a little I for info. We are going to choose that I one, and we are going to change our frames per second to 13. That tends to be pretty good for student use. Okay, and then we can click our background to get rid of that. And then we are going to toggle back to our paintbrush here. We're good to go. And at the bottom, we only have one frame. We know that we need about 3 frames per second. So we're going to use the plus mark on the bottom right for more frames. Okay, and I know this thing is about 2 seconds. So we're going to go to about there. I think that's probably plenty. If we toggle back to 21, that's kind of when my hand stops moving. So let's see. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna delete those ones because there's not much going on in them. Make sure. Okay, that looks good. So we're gonna slide back so that we are at number 1. Okay, you are now on your paintbrush tool. You're good to go. You can X out of that so you have a little more room. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, and then we are going to kind of reference our contour line drawing type of lesson that we've recently done. And you are going to trace over the outline edges of the hand. Okay, because we know that the hand is what's going to be moving. The nice part about this app is that the lines kind of they make it really nice and smooth. So for those of us that are not as confident with our drawing, this app is going to be your friend. You're really gonna like this one. Okay, almost done. And again, I'm gonna pinch out so I make sure I get my whole sleeve and everything. All right, so that's good. And now we wanna go to our next one. So that's 1/13 of a second, done. So we go to the bottom, click on number 2, and you can see kind of like a shadow of what I drew before, but my hand has moved a little bit. So we want to zoom in and we want to hug that edge of where my hand is now. I usually try and do the same parts in the same order when I'm going. I think that helps me. I know I'm not going exactly in the same, but I do tend to do that. That's a little off, so I'm going to undo that spot and I'm going to redo it. There we go. Get those little fingernails. Again, I do need to zoom out. There we go. Okay, so I'm not going to have you watch me do all of them, but I think you get the gist. Okay, so if we were to finish all, let's see how many we have in here. We have about 22 of them. So once you're done, then you would go back to gallery. So you click the top, or actually, you could do a little preview first to see it moving. So right now, it's only going to be 2/13 of a second, but you could use the play button on the top right, the little triangle that faces towards the right. Obviously, it's only 2/13 of a second, so you're not getting much. But when you have more, you'll see much more. So let's go back to gallery and see one that I have actually finished. So we're going to click this one that's hot pink, okay, and go to the end there. I know I did about 24 of them there, so we can preview it again using the play button. Wonderful. Okay, so we know this one is good to use, so we're going to go back to our gallery by pressing that. And the next thing we need to do is we need to create a composition. So we're going to press the plus sign in the top right and do new composition. Okay, and we're going to use some of the pre-installed background stuff that they have. So we're going to use the cloud icon in the middle on the top. And here you can kind of scroll through and find one that you like. Okay, the nice thing that they have is a little play button here. So if I'm clicking it on the butterfly, it's flapping its wings. If I click this little sunset thing, the play button, nothing happens. So you know that's a still one. We are going to choose this gray circle one here in the middle left. I'm going to do a little play. Okay, so we're going to choose that one by clicking on it. And on the top right, again, you can preview it. Okay, press done when you're done in the top left. And there's a little arrow that's pointing up, or triangle that's pointing up in the center on the bottom. We're gonna click that so it faces down. Now we can kind of see the layers. So right now we only have the background, but we wanna add our drawing in. So we're gonna use the star icon in the top row on the left. There we go. And we're gonna add in, not the green one because that one's not done, but we're gonna add my pink drawing in. Okay. And right now we can click a little preview, do the play button. Okay, our background goes way longer than our hand. So what we want to do is we want to toggle down. So right now we're highlighted on the hand and we want to highlight the background. So we click there. And then there's an icon with a square with an arrow pointing to the right. We're going to go ahead and click that. And right here we can edit, we can clip, or cut rather, copy and paste. We can do a new layer, we can do something like that. We can trash it if we don't like that, and we can rearrange them. Okay, so again, we want to be on that one. And we're gonna hold that little gold icon and we are gonna shorten it because we want it to match up with our hands. So let's press the play button and see how that looks. Good, now they're all coming in at the same time. So we can go back to done, and we're good to go. The next part is we want to save it. So we're gonna go back to gallery, and you have all of the things that we've made, and I've made before. So we're gonna find the one that we're working on. I wanna preview it, make sure that's the one, the top left. We're good to go. We press the other icon, which is our save or share icon. We're gonna share it. We're gonna do a video, the one on the left. We're gonna do the size in the middle. That's good for us. Compiles it. And we are just gonna do save video because it's gonna put it right on our camera roll, so it's easy for us to find. Your video was saved to the camera roll, success. Wonderful. If we swipe up, we can double check that. We can find my photos, it's on the top right. And I know it was the one that I did last, so it'll be down here on the bottom left. You can click it. There you go, and then you can share that file however you like, email or you can post it somewhere, but you are all set from there. All right, I hope you enjoy rotoscoping, and I look forward to seeing what you create.